So, we get him a couple times a year. So, well, really more than that because he always does a nice job at the World Series. Comes on a couple times. Matter of fact, Joe comes on before Game 7. And I can't think of many announcers who would give you a 10-minute, a 15-minute interview before he's going Game 7 of the Fall Classic. But our buddy is Mr. Buck, and he says hello. Joe, welcome. How are you today, pal? Okay?
First of all, let's be honest. You're Chris Mad Dog Russo. I don't do that for anybody. I only do that for you. And secondly, Tom Michaels, no chance. Jim Nance, no way. Dan Hicks, not a snowball's chance in hell. Me, I'll do anything for you.
Well, I mean, I'm in the ballpark. That helps, too. You don't have to go that far down the road to get on.
This is way easier. You're in, I assume, New York. I'm in St. Louis, but all I have to do is pick up my cell phone. In Dodger Stadium, I have to sit in a friggin' sauna behind home plate so that I can talk to you and sweat through my collared shirt that I'm going to wear on national TV that night.
Yeah, you did that in Game 7. A couple things. Let's do Tiger Woods first. You really haven't had a chance, Fox, to be able to do a U.S. Open with him at the top of his game, and you're going to have that chance this year on an iconic course. Fox should have a hell of a U.S. Open the way he's playing. Joe, let's talk about that. Go ahead. Let me hear your thoughts there.
Yeah, it would be insane. And, I think when Fox got into the golf business 3 years ago, remember our first U.S. Open, he played at Chambers Bay, and I played poorly. In fact, he topped 3-wood.
Yeah, I remember that.
He missed the cut.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
And so, I got a chance to interview him before he went out on Thursday, and I have to say I was a little bit intimidated talking to him. It was done through his agent, who was nice enough to let me do it, and I did it in front of the rest of the press, and it was kind of a shotgun interview and a flyby. But I don't know the guy at all. I'm just a huge fan, and obviously when he's in contention, people watch. I mean, the Valspar, the Arnold Palmer. I mean, I was watching it. My wife was watching it. My mother-in-law was watching it. It's a game changer. And here Fox is a network, forget me or Azinger or the guys doing it. When you enter into a 12-year deal with the USGA to cover golf, you're hoping that Tiger Woods is one of the stories. If we're lucky enough where he's in contention on Saturday, God forbid Sunday at Shinnecock, it'd be incredible.
Yeah, listen, that opportunity will happen first at the Masters because he'll be in the mix there, and then we see him at Shinnecock. That is a hell of a golf course that everybody knows about. You did the one in Minnesota. You did the one, obviously, in Chambers Bay. So you haven't had, I don't know if you've had an Open at an iconic spot. You got
We had Oakmont.
You did have Oakmont. You're right. You had Oakmont. Good point. I forgot that. But Shinnecock's a hell of a place. Long Island, right near the ocean. It's been out there since 1896. Sanford White with the clubhouse. I mean, you will get a little juice out of the course itself. Give me some thoughts on that, Joe, for a minute. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like we've had the two. They were great hosts. I mean, they couldn't have rolled out the red carpet any better. But we had two kind of new entries into the mix in Chambers Bay, and then Aaron Hills, and now we're kind of going back to the tried and true U.S. Open venues like Shinnecock and then Wingfoot and Pebble, and eventually LACC, which is going to be incredible. So we're kind of back to the old school. We were in a tough spot. I mean, not to make excuses, but definitely in a tough spot that first year at Chambers Bay, new venue. They had some trouble with the greens. Players were complaining, and all of a sudden, here we are doing the U.S. Open. I think, now we've done it 3 years. It's a little more comfortable, and we're back at comfortable golf courses that have had the event before. It just couldn't be better. I'm really excited.
Yeah, you're going to have a good job. Hang in there for one sec, Joe. We're going to see if we get this phone line straightened out for you so we don't hear as much of a mumbo jumbo. We'll get Eddie to work on that in a sec. Shinnecock will be in June, and obviously Tiger, and Joe just gave you a little rundown on Tiger, and you know about Shinnecock and Pebble Beach down the road and Wingfoot. So, Fox at Chambers Bay, that was their first ever U.S. Open, and they got a lot of they got pounded for that a lot, and this will be a little different with Fox's coverage this year. Do you follow the golf, Joe? I know you follow the other sports, at least the NBA, the NFL, and baseball. Do you follow golf on a week-to-week basis? You find out you watch on Sundays in all these tournaments, or no?
Yeah, I do, because it's my job. It's part of my job to know when we pop up out of nowhere in June, how the season's gone. And B, I love it. I mean, I'm not taking batting practice in Yankee Stadium or running pass patterns with Tom Brady, but I play a lot of golf and play with a lot of people that I broadcast with. I've played with some people that I get to broadcast about. And so, yeah, I've played these venues before. It's important to me. It's a big part of my life now, and it's difficult to. So Johnny Miller made that comment when Fox got the rights. You don't just drop out of the sky and do the U.S. Open, but it doesn't fall out of the tree or whatever he said. But at some point, you have to do your first, and then you do your second and third. So now I think we all feel really good about what we're doing, and let's be honest. This is not a society, especially with social media, that's looking to praise the new guy. But I think we're in a much better spot now, golf venue and us as a group to present this U.S. Open, the best possible way.
Oh, indeed. Let's take a quick break, and we'll see if we can get this straightened out. 5:08, good to have you with us on a busy program. Joe Buck will try to reignite. Don't go away here on Mad Dog.